God isolated those fallen angels, who were specifically responsible for corrupting mankind, in the way that they did, and locked them away from their fellow demons. But it is apparent that not all of the fallen angels were involved in that specific evil activity, which caused those who left their first estate to be locked away in this manner.
What about the space missions? Were UFOs never seen? Or other forms of life observed? We show you other documents, which are surprising to say the least. In 1969, Apollo 11 made the first landing on the moon. Let's listen.
What is it? We have some explanation for that. We have none. Don't worry. Continue your program. Oh boy, it's really something that was fantastic here. You couldn't ever imagine this. Roger, we know about that. Could you go the other way? Go back the other way. Well, this kind of ridge, pretty spectacular. God, what is that there? That's Apollo. What the hell is that?
No, Tango. Tango.
There's kind of light there now.
Roger, we got it. We marked it. Lose communication. Bravo Tango. Bravo Tango. Select Jezebel. Jezebel.
Yeah. But this is unbelievable. We're going off. Bravo Tango. Bravo Tango.
And these are extraordinary photos of UFOs taken by US missions on the moon. The UFOs seem to be observing. A UFO lit up to the left, high up. A UFO in the foreground, like those photographed on the ground at Gulf Breeze in the USA. And strange artificial traces on the moon. So there is life. This is a radio recording of the shuttle, decoded and transmitted in clear by mistake.
Houston, this is Discovery. We still have the alien spacecraft under appearance.
Behind the shuttle, a strange light. A mysterious object flashes by and leaves the Earth's atmosphere at extraordinary speed. A UFO or secret weapon from Star Wars? But there's more. Numerous US and Soviet expeditions have explored the red planet, Mars. Its rugged surface makes one think of river erosion on a gigantic scale. According to the US expert Richard Hoagland, NASA has taken numerous extraordinary photos but has never published them. Photos of enormous face and of 3 pyramids. Is this evidence of the past? Drawing a line between them, according to Hoagland, a triangle identical to the one in Egypt, which links the Sphinx and the neighboring pyramids. Were they therefore built by the same hand? But couldn't these photos be the result of computer enhancement? No, for many specialists they are genuine. It should be noted that all the subsequent expeditions to Mars ended in disaster. The Soviet probe Phobos called After the Moon of Mars, which seems to have a strangely empty interior, transmitted to Earth these images of a strange cigar before unexpectedly going silent forever. Was it hit or destroyed? These are the other images taken on Mars. Evidence of past life? And these lines are so precise. How can one fail to think of those at Nazca in Peru, which we're seeing now?
From some other species, from another planet.
Mars, sometime in its past, was the site of a space base. The unexplained, abrupt end of a Soviet space mission in 1989 suggests that the ancient space base has been reactivated. In October 1988, the Soviet Union sent 2 spacecraft to investigate Mars, named Phobos 1 and 2, after one of Mars' 2 moonlets. On March 26, Phobos 2 sent back images, taken just south of the Martian equator, of this uncanny elliptical shape, aligned with this long linear strip stretching for 300 kilometers. This shadow actually appeared all of a sudden. Why am I calling it a shadow? Because you can see things through it.
So this is an object not suspended above the surface, but actually located on the surface itself?
Yes, of course.
This elliptical shadow then, is it in Mars' atmosphere or on the planet's surface? Or is it difficult to tell?
One thing is for sure, this something is not positioned horizontally. A long spell of silence followed until, in December 1991, former cosmonaut trainee and retired Soviet Air Force Colonel Marina Popovich held a surprise press conference at the Russian consulate in San Francisco, where she showed off this photograph reportedly taken by one of the Phobos craft. It shows in the foreground a strange shape, which Marina Popovich called an unidentified flying object, what we refer to as a UFO, clearly set off against what appears to be Mars' moonlet Phobos in the background. So, what about the mysterious shadow? Well, the Russians said it turned up all of a sudden, that it was something that shouldn't have been there, a shadow of some object above the Martian surface. But that's not all. In April 1992, as we examined these other images, all taken within minutes from each other, we discovered that the shadow had actually been moving.
Despite this, it is apparent that this demonic corruption of the human race was not ended, for the Bible tells us that remnants of these demon offspring re-emerged after Noah left the ark, to fulfill Bible prophecies. Jesus Christ warned about last days, as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Matthew 20